gang, bitch.
What's going on, y'all? It's Scully. Today I'm gonna be showing y'all how to make a beat for my boy SOUMIRI. He's got a very unique sound and likes to do a lot of tempo changes in his beats, but that's a lot of post-production, so I didn't do that with this beat. But that was him on the intro. I'm gonna leave links to his stuff down below. So with that being said, let's hop into the beat breakdown. Alright, so this beat was a collab with my boy Andreas. I'm gonna leave links to him down below as well. We started off with this melody, which is a Purity ARP. It's the Poly 6 ARP, just playing some simple chords. So I added this counter melody. Well, not really a counter melody, it's kind of just a layer because it's the same thing, but it sounds like this. And for the drums, here's what we got. Now to break down the drum patterns, here's the snare. Super simple, only one little offbeat snare in there. Next we have the hi-hats, which again, super simple pattern. It's just every beat roll at the beginning for the first and the third bars, and that sounds like this. There's also a second hi-hat pattern that sounds like this. You can kind of see how there's just like one extra that's cut off at the end, and that's because after the beat was done, I went back and every 4 bars I cut out the last 2 beats, so it's just this little bit for every 4 bars, and it gives it a really cool effect. Next is the snare that I'm going to play with the hi-hats and the main snare. Next we have the open hat and a triangle. I'm going to play them together because they're really the same thing. I put a little bit of delay on the triangle and then took it off of the first beat, so it only hits for these 3. Again, giving it just a little bit of space to breathe. And finally is the 808s and the kick, which sound like this. So that's pretty much the whole beat. You can kind of see I chopped up a lot of it, and that's just my way of arranging it. A lot of people will tend to make like unique patterns, but for me this is just easier. This is the way I learned how to do it, but you can do it however you want because it's music. There's no rules to it. So the way I arranged it, this is a 16 bar hook and then a 24 bar verse. I don't even know what the fuck I was just saying. But yeah, I just put a little riser right here to make it transition into the verse a little bit better. And at the beginning, there's a tape stop that sounds like this. Just to give it a little wind down and make it drop harder. Then there's my tag, Andreas's tag, and a little effect. But here's the whole beat, and I'll come back in a second to show y'all how I mixed it.
Andreas.
Now for my mixing. So on the master, we have the tape stop. This is a free plugin. I recommend everybody go and download this. It's just makes tape stops so much easier. It's literally only 2 knobs. You don't worry about this D-click at all. It's really just this trigger, and you automate it to go fully up to 100, and then this is how fast the tape stop is. I also have a soft clipper, just basic, and then this Goodify plugin from Stafford Beats. Just turn it up about 4 or 5 dashes. It just makes my beats sound better. No mixing on the melodies or anything other than the triangle that just has delay. Again, super simple mix. It's mostly just leveling out your sounds and picking good sounds that work well together. A good tip for leveling out your snares and hi-hats is make your snare hit around anywhere from 12 to 6, but 9 is like the sweet spot. And for me, I like my hi-hats around anywhere from 12 to 18. Again, 15 in the middle being the sweet spot. And then everything else should be below that in your mix. The melodies should be no higher than -12. But yeah, it's a very simple beat. Not much to it. Thank you all for watching. I have a bunch of big plans coming for the end of this year and beginning of next year. So stay tuned. Follow me on Instagram. It's on the screen right now. Yeah, that's about it. See ya.